Hi, I'm Erin with Around the World, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about some cheap things you can do with great views in one of my favorite districts in Berlin, Friedrichshain. This is definitely a place where I spend most of my time, so I'm really familiar with it. And last time I was on here, I talked to you guys about how to find an apartment in Berlin. So I wanted to expand upon that a little bit and show you around some of the districts, starting with Friedrichshain. All right, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you some of my favorite spots to go, some cheap things you can do, where you can hang out, and what life is like here in Friedrichshain. So we're going to start this tour today by riding down to the East Side Gallery. This is one of the longest sections of the Berlin Wall, stretching a total of 1,316 meters, or roughly 4,317 feet. Immediately after the wall came down in 1989, 118 artists from all over the world gathered together to paint this wall. Then, at the end of September 1990, this area officially reopened as an open-air gallery. Nowadays, this area is a tourist hotspot where people will come and photograph themselves in front of the famous murals, such as Dmitri Vrubel's Fraternal Kiss and Birgit Kinder's Trabant breaking through the wall. When it comes to hanging out at the East Side Gallery, I personally prefer to sit on the lawn, a little bit away from the tourist crowds that first enter near Warschauer Straße, and just relax a little bit and watch the boats go by. Another nice thing about the East Side Gallery is that you have a really great view of Oberbaumbrücke. This is a bridge that actually connects East Berlin to West Berlin. It was originally built in 1723 as a wooden drawbridge, but unfortunately it wasn't suitable for heavy traffic, and eventually they redesigned it to suit both pedestrians and street traffic, and it is also the start of the U1 and U3 lines, which connects Friedrichshain into Kreuzberg and other western parts of Berlin. Though the bridge is really cool to walk across and get great pictures of the city, I definitely wouldn't recommend hanging out there, considering it is the home to a lot of homeless people here in Berlin. As we ride along the river here, you can see out in the distance this famous structure known as the Molecule Men. This heavy metal sculpture is 30 meters, or just under 100 feet tall, and was designed by the American sculptor Jonathan Brofsky in 1999. The sculpture was originally designed to represent the three districts, Treptow, Friedrichshain, and Kreuzberg, coming together. According to Brofsky, the statue is meant to represent the fact that both people and molecules exist in the world, and that one should find wholeness and unity within the world. Depending on what angle you look at the statue, you can either see what looks like two men fighting and a wall in the middle, or you can see all three men joining hands. I really like this area for running since it's the longest stretch along the river without any disruption from cars or traffic lights. However, today I think I'm not really in the mood for running, and I'd rather just sit here and enjoy a tasty beverage and the beautiful sunset. Alright, next up, we're at one of my favorite places in Berlin. This is Modersohnbrücke, a little bridge not far from the Spree, where we just were. This bridge is a great spot to bring your Tinder dates or to spend time with your significant other. At sunset, this area is usually filled with people sitting along the rails and drinking beer. I've even seen a DJ set up here a couple of times. The best part is you can come here at any time of the day because you can watch the sunrise over Ostkreuz in the east, or you can watch the sunset over the Berlin skyline in the west. And with gorgeous colors like that, I guess you know how this video got its name. Next up, we're going to head over to the one and only club I'm going to feature in this video. This here is Berghain, one of the biggest techno clubs in the world. This iconic building used to be a former heating and power plant built in 1953. The owners moved to this building in 2004 and renamed it Berghain. It got its name as it was meant to connect the western district of Kreuzberg with the eastern district of Friedrichshain, and thus becoming Berghain. The building itself is unique and impressive. The club has by far one of the strictest door policies, and that's really what makes it all the more entertaining for people watching. Alright, this is probably not what you were expecting when you were thinking of great views, but I assure you, if you're looking for something cheap and entertaining to do, just stroll past the building on a Sunday afternoon, and who knows, maybe you can even try your luck at the door. Last but not least, we're at one of my favorite parks in Friedrichshain. That's Volkspark Friedrichshain. Volks is basically the German word for public or people, so Volkspark just means public park in German. If there's one thing that Berlin does really well, it's providing ample amounts of green space to the residents and tourists in the city, and in the summertime, everything is coming to life, and there's no shortage of open grass or places you can lay out or enjoy a picnic or lounging out in the sun. You can even enjoy a nice barbecue with your friends. But just be sure if you do have a barbecue that you watch the restrictions so that you don't get fined by the police. Volkspark Friedrichshain is a park I've spent a lot of time in, from workout sessions to volleyball, leisurely walks, and gatherings with your friends. Volkspark is by far one of the best places you can do that. So yeah, if you're looking for a good place to chill out, watch the sunset, or enjoy some time with family and friends, this is definitely the place to do it. And that concludes today's video. I hope you like this nice little sightseeing tour of Friedrichshain. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day, and thank you so much for joining me.